Most welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm really glad to be back. And don't forget to click the subscribe bar so that you have to keep notification popping up always, as well as you have to be updated. Now I'm going to explain the psychological perspective how you can manage your stress and worries. I'll be like a social therapist, right? Today, trying to help you to wake up with your mind. The initial thing that you have to understand once you are living your life, if maybe you are living stressed life, you gonna have to figure out what's the problem that you are in that's making you to be stressed, right? You gonna have to define it. You gonna have to identify it and put it there. Once you put it there, you have to analyze it. If you analyze it, evaluate, find solution for it. You gonna find maybe some people who can help you to handle such situations. Some situation that out of you. So I gonna have to combine spiritual thing as well as health, so that I have to maintain your mind in the way that you can think to the best that you are made for, right? There's no challenge that's above your capacity. If God can give you a challenge that's beyond your capacity. So what I'm trying to say is, the initial thing, the moment you face your challenge that maybe you are feeling like it's really stressing you, you're gonna have to ask yourself, what is this challenge, right? Is it triggering me really to affect my mental state? How can I handle it? Who can help me if I can't handle it, right? So those people whom they are there maybe to offer you advice, clear picture about the challenge that you're facing in, what God put in your life. So you gonna have to use them and don't feel like you are 100%. Nobody's 100%. So I'm going to take you to the best point that can help you. The first thing you gonna have, for example, some people they might be struggling with the challenges of the talks, the opinions of the people that affect how they perceive the world, how they come up with the meaning of the words they live in. So the initial thing that you have to understand is the people's opinion. They are none of your business. So you have to understand who you are, what you're made up of, and how you perceive things yourself, not what people perceive. So you have to understand who you are. That's the initial thing. When you understand who you are, you know the purpose. You have to figure out what makes you really happy, that you wake out brilliantly, right? And that thing you have to follow and work on it, right? When you feel stressed, you have to pull your mind back to things that it's really brilliant for you, that make you happy sometime back. In that way, you have to have the happy moment in your life. You have to count how many blessings God offer you in your life. Because most of the people, once they are stressed, once they are worried, they go into depression. Depression results sometimes into mental disorders, right? So that's why I came up with this topic to discuss with you, so that you understand how you perceive the world, how you should be perceiving the world, how you should be perceiving your life, right? You are the master of your life. You have to figure out what is for you and what's not for you. Most of us, we get stressed because we start fighting battles that are not for us. There's some battles are for God. You have to give God some battles, and you have to live life that you are capable of. You have to follow your gift. You are gifted as something. You have to discover that and work on it, and you have to master it, because once you master it, you are going to have a lot of knowledge, you're going to have a lot of skills, about it. And once you have the skills, it's going to give you joy. It's going to give you peace of mind. So when you're working with things in your life, you're going to find that you are working with them smoothly because you understand how they come in, and you are able to handle them in the best way because you are able to understand what they are. So you have to really master what you are made up of. So you don't have to stress yourself sometimes. Stress is part of life, but don't stress yourself too much. Excessive stress leads to depression, and depression leads to mental disorders, right? So you have to figure out what is making you to be stressed. Figure out some of the people who can help you to solve that challenge that you're facing in, right? It's really important. Another point is you have to recall the brilliant moment, the peaceful moment that you had, the moments that offer you joy. In that way, you have to find that your mind is really free and your mind is really in peace. Another point, you have to have some physical exercise. Physical exercise offer the brain the peace. It offers the brain to be healthy, right? To maintain the brain to be healthy. Exercise makes you to concentrate on what you're doing at the present and make you forget what happened some time back. And your brain start concentrating what you're doing. So you have maybe to be running, you have to do running, jumping, whatsoever coloring was, all that is really important. It makes your brain to think in another way, and also it promotes the hormones as well as the thinking. The way you think, it also changes, right? You start thinking healthy, right? So it's really important. Sometimes you have to listen to the songs, music. Music is one of the therapy that we can introduce to you. Once you are listening that songs, the song offer relief to the stress, to the mind. The mind start thinking about the music. How is it flowing? What tone of it is coming in your mind? So you have to find that you are living a very brilliant life. So it's really important that you have to figure out how you have to be doing the word. So this is the most important. Once you face any challenge, don't rush to take your life away. You don't have to take poison. You don't have to take things that's going to damage your life. Most of the people, they're having, when they feel stressed, they're worried, they allow any point of view that comes from the people to affect their mind, the way they think, the way they perceive the world, right? So you have to ask yourself, who am I? What am I made for? Right? Why am I living this world? So all of those questions are going to help you to understand how you can live in this world. This world is made for you. You are to live this world with a purpose. You have to figure out what's your purpose, and for your passions, your ambitions that you have to really understand it and don't for what's not for you. You don't have to battle what's not for you. You have to figure out what's for you and fight for it. God will always allow something that you are capable of handling. So if you cannot handle something, let it go and move to the things that you can handle. So it's really important that once you understand this, you master it, you are going to be the boss of your brain. Your brain is made up of two halves, the left half and the right half. One half is for making right decision, and one half is for wrong decision. So you have to understand what half you have to for, and how you can differentiate which half you are using and which half is right for you to live your life. So you have to figure that and work in your life brilliantly and successfully. Don't follow the opinions of the people. These two halves, they are made for you. You are the boss of them. You are the master of them. You are king of them. You are the controller of them. So if you don't play self the game, you have to lose. Because if you can't understand these two halves, they are going to affect your mentality, your thinking capacity. So you have to figure out what is best for you, what's the have that you have to be following, which have you have to differentiate them. You have to know, okay, if I'm thinking like this, it means this have has taken over this have. So the mind, it works in different ways. You have a really big brain, man. You have a really big brain, so you have to understand how you can work on it. Everybody is given life that is capable of living. So you are made in this world, and you have to understand that you are important in this world. Don't feel stressed up to say that you have even to take your life away, or to draw yourself near suicide thoughts. Last time I was explaining about how you can overcome the suicide thoughts. So it's really important that once you understand these things, they are going to help you to overcome the stress, some things that you think, some things that overcome your mind, that things that are very small to handle, but because you put them to stay, they are so big that you can't handle them. That's why they affect your mentality. So you have to understand what's best for you, and how can you work on your mind, how you can perceive the world to the best on yourself, not on what people view you, not what people think about you. You have to figure out what you are made up of, who you are, what is the purpose that you are to live in this world, and that is going to help you. And you have to understand that you are important to someone. When you are giving this life, it means someone, you are made to save the life of someone, but because you can't understand that you are made to save the life of someone, that's why you feel like you are not important, you can't live in this world. You feel like you don't have the real meaning for your life to be in this world. So you just have to figure out what you're made up of, and what's your purpose. Set up goals, work on your goals. Don't increase too much stress in your mind. Stress may damage your goals, damage your dreams, because once you are feeling stress don't exist. You can eliminate them, you can increase them if you want. They have to destroy you. If you want, you have to eliminate them and have peace in your mind and focus on what you're made of. So this is what I would like to share with you. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bar, so that you have to get updated for every updates. Thank you. Bye bye. See you later.